that shot was about 3/8 of an inch from it, so it's right where it's on, where I would like it for elevation. And it is a little bit to the left, so I'm going to bring it right. And I'm guessing that these are 1/8 minute of angle. So I need to come about 1.5 inches over to get it centered up. So I'm going to go one. Let's see if I got something in my pocket here I can move this with. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should be giving me 1.5 inches to the right. That one is right next to the bullseye, a little off to the right. I may have went a little too far to the right. Bring it back just a little bit. And it was a little lower than the last two shots. I don't understand that. It could have been me flinching. But
come on, Al, you're a big man. You never flinch, do you?
Every now and again, you know. Every now and again. Got to get these sandbags lined up because we want to make sure that the gun is on and it's not me. That one went right where the other one went to. So I mean, I moved it a little bit. I mean, it's still not bad. At 50 yards, it's almost in the center of the target. I am going to adjust this. I'm going to need to go get some shells.
Okay, Al, we've gotten our extra shells, and you've made a couple adjustments. You want to take one more shot, and we'll see what we came up with?
Oh, okay, that sounds like a good idea. Now, during the little break that we had there, as we got some ammo, I did make some adjustments and I did fire one round. Just to make sure we're where we needed to be so we didn't waste some of this footage here. And this second round just confirmed I'm exactly where I want to be.
And where is
I'm an inch high. I'm fairly centered up. I may be a little bit to the right, but I'm not going to get too squeamish on that. For a white-tailed deer, you're looking at a pie plate size area for the vitals in the front end. I'm going to be able to hit that, no problem, out to probably at least 100 yards, 125 yards. Up close here from 25 yards all the way out there. So for our intents and purposes, this gun is ready to go whitetail hunting.
You may have noticed the problems that Al had with the scope that wasn't properly mounted. Now let's see what Al can do on the Encore pistol with a properly mounted scope.
Okay, we completed sighting in the 30-30, and now Al's going to move to the TC Encore.
Yeah, Bob has brought me this hand cannon, as you will. It's chambered in a 30-06. Handgun hunting has become a very popular sport nowadays. Smith & Wesson's come out with the 500 and the 460. Thompson Center has been making single-shot break-action pistols for years and chambered for rifle cartridges. They're manageable. They've got some weight to them. You can do a lot of different things with them. I believe that the Encore Bob could be a shotgun, muzzleloader, rifle.
Yeah, the Encore, it's so versatile. It has so many different configurations that you can go to. Of course, it has the one-shot challenge,
Yep.
and getting the pistol is even more of a challenge. Now, you know me, Al, the bigger the better, so
Yeah,
I've got the cannon. But, you know, I was shooting the Savage Arms 300 Win Mag. And to me, it's just too easy. So I've got the Thompson Center muzzleloader, and now I've got the pistol. And so I'll miss a few deer, but we'll have a good time doing it.
There you go. There you go. It's the challenge of it all. With pistol hunting, typically having an animal coming in within 35, 40 yards max for harvest, which is pretty much a bow range, is also pretty much for a pistol. Now, with the scope, it gives you a little bit more. If you have a nice rest and you do have some yardage in between them, you could probably take a shot and still feel confident that you can make a clean kill. So that's the important part. That's the sportsman part of the hunting, is making sure that the end product is a result of good hunting practices.
And that's exactly it for me, Al. You know, with the larger calibers, especially the 300 Win Mag, I love that caliber because when I shoot a deer, I know it's going down. I'm not going to maim it. As long as my shot placement is where it should be, I know that animal's going to be cleanly harvested.
And that is a critical point for most people who don't realize, is that shot placement, which means, you know, getting out there a couple times a year with your firearm and knowing it, and knowing how to shoot it and where it shoots and how it shoots. It's critical. There's a lot of people who are just the opening weekend warrior who do not take their firearms out often enough. You know, we're here at the Bullet Rifle Club today. There's a lot of people here that belong to this club. They bring family members. They bring guests here. There is an opportunity here for people to be shooting year-round.
And I like that you brought up the family aspect, Al. I know that your wife Penny is also a competitive shooter. She goes to deer camp with us every year.
Yep.
Just a fantastic person. But it's nice to see women and our youth involved in shooting sports and any outdoor activity.
Yeah, there's so much negative press about what we do here. You know, it's been something that's been going on for years. And once upon a time, in the early turn of the centuries, they had schools and churches that were actually promoting youth shooting. Unfortunately, the Great Depression put an end to it. I believe it was Winchester was supplying a lot of target 22s, and it didn't matter if they're black or white or girl, or I think the first member of the shooting was a young woman who did this competition shooting. But I mean, from all over, it was all over the world this was going on, and they were promoting the character and moral building of marksmanship, and it's something that I think the youth of today should be getting back in touch with.
Well, let's move on, and we'll get our cannon sighted in, as Al likes to call it.
I'm going to be putting this into a pistol here. It's quite the challenge. It's a single-shot break-action pistol. So now we're going to close the action on the round, and the safety is basically the hammer. You pull the hammer back, and then you have the trigger pull. It has an extended eye relief scope on it, so I'm looking at a target downrange here, and I can see it from the distance I am back here. So now I just put it in the battery, and let's see what we can do here. I'm about 6 o'clock low, so I'm shooting a little low here. I'm on paper, so I'm doing pretty good. I broke it open, and now I get to remove the spent round. So I'm gonna adjust it up. Bob said he was shooting it yesterday, and he was shooting pretty much the same spot, a little bit low. And this one's clearly marked. Its one click is a 1/4 inch at 100 yards. so I brought it up a couple inches. Open the action again. And we'll see what we can do here.
Al gave us excellent and detailed instructions on how to sight in a scoped firearm. Remember, safety first, and then get out and shoot often. When the time comes to make that ethical shot, you'll be prepared for it. You can always find us on the web at www.marshcreekoutdoors.com. Until next time, enjoy what the Creator's given you, and we'll see you in the outdoors.
Okay, we've got the Encore pistol sighted in, and that's dead on at 100 yards. So Al, if you could go over with us, we can see the kind of the holes here on the target, and if you can describe the procession to us.
Yeah, this is when we were shooting the 30-30 at the 50 yards. And these are our first two shots, so I made an adjustment. Came down to here, and those are our second two shots. And then our third two shots are over here. And our last two shots, like I said, an inch high at about at 50, will get us pretty good at 100 yards. And those are pretty much where we're at. And those are the good groupings. At you know, the scope's on nice and tight, nothing's moving around, nice and close, doing what they're supposed to do. So basically, you're just trying to move the scope to where it needs to be on the target.
All right, we'll see you at deer camp.
All right.